What is going on, guys? And it's time for the final volume of the Amazing Spider-Man reading order. We're going to be talking about a lot. As you can see, we go from Spiderverse to the modern Zeb Wells run. So let's not waste any time and get straight into this. Alright, so there's a lot to talk about, so we're not going to waste any time with this. The first event is something that I have talked about how I do not like, unlike everybody else on the planet. This is the Spiderverse / Spider-Geddon Omnibus. Everything I've seen, everybody loves this book, and that might just be me. Don't not read it just because I don't like it. I mean, you might love it, and that's totally fine, just my opinion. And if you're going to buy this just because you like the Spider-Verse movies, they're completely different. Miles is barely in it. And also, there was a trade paperback, like a thick trade paperback that collected the Spider-Verse stuff. And it was all out of order. This isn't great, order. Like, it has everything in the exact order it needs to be. I personally just didn't like it. It was cool to see, Superior Spider-Man again, and great artwork, Spider-Man Noir. It was fun to see all these different versions of Spider-Man. I just personally didn't get into it, and that's fine. That's okay. I just didn't like it very much. But it is important to talk about for obvious reasons. So here it is, right here. It's a large event, there's a ton of different characters that show up, all these different versions of Spider-Man. It's huge, it's a huge event. And again, everybody loves it, so I would still suggest it. Go check it out, maybe you'll love it. That's just me. Now, if it's like a book that everybody hates, don't read it. But if it's something that most people love, I just happen to be the one bad apple, then I'm sure you'll still like it. We'll see. I just thought it was kind of like, I don't know, it felt very chaotic. Like, since we were just jumping from all these different Spider-Man, it felt like the story was just kind of chaotic. That's just my opinion again. Maybe you'll love it. But, I don't know. That's just my opinion here. So again, maybe you will love it. But, whatever. It's fine. So, yeah, it's a huge omnibus, too. So let's set this down. There's also, if you like Insomniac Spider-Man, he appears in here, so that's cool. Alright, so the next run we're going to be talking about here is the Nick Spencer run. That's the next big run. Because a lot of Dan Slott's run is through, he had a pretty large run. His ran from, Superior Spider-Man, all that other stuff, and all that other stuff. I just mean like random Spider-Man stories, like the Parker Luck that we talked about in the last volume, and then the Spider-Verse stuff. So he's kind of done now, so we have a new writer on the book, Nick Spencer. I really enjoyed this run. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's very much back to basics, as the first trade paperback calls it. It has incredible artwork with Ryan Ottley, who did the Invincible artwork, and the colors are incredible. And then it has Umberto Ramos, but whatever. I really like it, and it's a fun story. A ton of the more smaller villains get a chance in here, like Boomerang, who is a large character in this run. Boomerang is used a lot. It's really fun. He's like his roommate, and he takes him to like a supervillain bar. It's a lot of fun. It's not like really deep or anything. It's pretty laid back. I feel like there's not, I don't know. And also, Craven's back now, so that's cool. So I really enjoy this. I think it's a great book. I really like it. I'll probably get Volume 2 whenever that releases. That's not out yet, so there's no way for me to pick that up, so I'm not even going to bother trying. Because that also collects the death of Harry Osborn. But there's no way for me to get that, so I'm not going to try to mention that. But it's a lot of fun. There's I think Ryan, yeah. So as you can see, Boomerang is a large part in here. That's a lot of fun. So yeah, it's pretty fun. I enjoy it. I think it's pretty cool. That's a cool cover by Mark Bagley. Some people didn't like it because of how just like goofy it was. I get it, but I personally really enjoyed it, and I think it's something we need. I wasn't a fan of Dan Slott's run. I know a lot of people also weren't. I just think, number one, he was on the book for way too long. He was on the book for, what, almost 20 years. And I'm not exaggerating. He was on it for a long time. And I think he just didn't have a lot of great ideas. I think that Superior Spider-Man, and everybody says that Superior Spider-Man is his greatest achievement, and I agree. But other than that, nothing was really incredible in my opinion. So we have this next book that's after Nick Spencer's run. It's The Amazing Spider-Man Beyond Omnibus. This event was not loved by many, and I get it. I thought it was okay. I got some enjoyment out of it. It was cool to see Ben Reilly again. But this is going to set up the, like, evil Ben Reilly thing. We'll talk about that here. So this has a lot of different writers on it. It was an event. It's not, like, just a... But I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. So basically, Peter Parker gets just a little bit beat up. Just a little bit. He gets pretty beat up here. As you can see, he's in the hospital. Like, he got beat up really bad. Because of this right here. Let me find it. Yeah, he just gets kind of, like, cooked. But, so basically, Ben Reilly takes over here. It's almost like Nightfall in a way. But he starts to, go a little cuckoo in a way. And, yeah. There's some disagreements to be had with him and the real Spider-Man, I guess you could say. Also, I know I didn't mention Clone Saga in that last, the first one, because that's kind of not canon anymore. But, you know, whatever. So here we go. It's, you know, it's okay. I think it went on for way too long. This could have easily been, like, 2 trade paperbacks. It was 4. They could have made it way shorter. They didn't have to make it this long. I don't know why they did. But, alright, so now, that now leads us to the most modern run of Spider-Man that a lot of people also don't like. I must say that recently we just haven't had a lot of great Spider-Man stuff coming out. The last, I think, truly incredible one was JMS. Although I enjoyed Nick Spencer, I think the last, like, genuinely just incredible run was Jason Michael Straczynski's. Alright, so this is all of the Zeb Wells run that I enjoy a lot. I never understood why people do not like this run. I understand the whole Paul and MJ thing. That's not gonna stay. Let's be real. We all know MJ is gonna get back with Peter. That's not okay. So let's look at these books here. So basically, there's a 6-month gap. Something crazy happened, but we don't know what it is. All we know, MJ has 2 kids now with this dude named Paul. We don't know what's going on. And this first volume is a lot of fun. A lot of cool characters. And the artwork, I really like Jason Michael Straczynski here. So that's cool. He fights a Tombstone. That's cool. And then volume 2 with the new Sinister Six. It's nothing incredible, but I've consistently bought these. I keep buying them as they come out because they're fun. I really enjoy them, so I'm probably going to continue. I'm surprised they haven't canceled his run yet. I think they just finished with the Crime City or whatever it was called, and now he has a new suit because he's working with Norman Osborn, which is also a lot of fun. Norman Osborn's now like a vigilante almost, and so here there's like 2 hobgoblins, and again, just really fun stories. I really enjoy them. I really like what he was cooking up here. And then Dark Web. But this is the Ben Reilly stuff that they were setting up in that last volume here. He's now an evil clone. I do think this book could have been resolved. They just talked. Or they could have just been like, yo, Ben, what do you want? He just wants memories, I think, if I remember correctly. And it was cool to see Venom again. And then Dead Language Part 1, which is showing what happened with MJ and why all that's happening. I haven't finished it. Funny story, I bought this volume and then I thought I owned Volume 6. But I didn't. So now I own Volume 7 because I ordered it. But now I need to get Volume 6 because I own Volume 5 here. And so I need to get that. So this showing what happened with... Basically, he gets sucked in another dimension. And he's gone for like 5 years. Here's Armed and Dangerous. I hadn't read this one yet because I'm not going to read it until I get... until I finally get Volume 6. This is a pretty thick one. This is the thickest one yet. So, that is everything. that is the Amazing Spider-Man. We've covered a lot of the large events, other than Superior Spider-Man. Sorry about that. That's like the one huge book I just simply don't. Yeah. But we looked at everything in these 3 volumes. Thank you all for those who have watched every volume. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for the wait. I'm sorry this took so long. I know this was supposed to be summer of last year, but just I had to get a few books because but you know, it worked out now. So now we have them, and I think that it's good that they came out now because my production quality has just gone up a lot. I think I'm just better at this than I was at that point. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, stay notified. I will be putting up a poll for what my next reading order will be. The options are, I'm probably going to do Superman, Justice League, maybe I'll just do an updated Flash. I haven't decided yet, so we're not going to decide yet, but just know I'll be putting up a poll soon of what that next one will be. So, maybe you guys enjoyed. Please consider liking this video, subscribing, and as always, stay geeky.